doing something now, man. I'm live. Like, God, I'm alive now.
It just popped up.
I can't do that when I'm doing this.
This thing go wrong. It says it'll cut off when you can't use it no more. And I was, are you not reading the instructions?
Oh.
That means it's not full yet.
So I put my name first.
Yes, it says something about head of household. Just put yourself as head of household, I guess. Why not?
Like literally I'm in the middle of doing something.
And only fill out the red first.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they... And oh, right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here we go.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. The Bengals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer. Tremendous body control. And a pretty good arm there, too.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. That seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Well, you got to think Charles Atwin's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they got to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. It's a jet sweep as they get this to Jackson, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A run with Mostert up the middle, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Tua. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know One big play, though, gets him right back up to that level.
To throw again on second down. Burrow able to find Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here we go, here we go.
13 yards remaining on second down. Burrow looking to pass. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 39. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
As Jamar Chase picks up a first down here, how about a quick reflection on his debut as a rookie? Set a new rookie receiving record and the Bengals franchise record with 1,455 yards and was 3rd in the league in touchdown. He became only the 2nd rookie receiver named All-Pro since 1998, joining former LSU teammate Justin Jefferson, who did it in 2020.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
11.
Now Burrow. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and goal. Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, it's such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So the long drive gets a ball inside the 5. Ultimately, they settle for just the 4 goal.
I like to think that maybe they were a little closer. That would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, cross field. Check, huh?
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily made.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Burrow on 1st down. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Here we go, here we go.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Flush to his right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Okay, ready?
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Tua, the final shot before half. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, this is Mostert. Taken down at the 42.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is going to be incomplete. The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 MP.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. A very solid gain of 27. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Here we go.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Jamar Chase. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. A big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the app.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
11.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end.
Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase from 3 yards out. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night match. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
11.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mix it up the middle, and he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's Kevin Huber now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Ready. Hey, check.
They'll run on 1st. Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. But the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league.
And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Jonah Williams, former 1st-round pick, the guilty party.
Gun. Stop. 12.
Burrow on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Here we go.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down to the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Here we go. 12.
A handoff to Mixon, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's a give to Mixon. Oh, he shifts past him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Bengals, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.